you guys? Welcome back to As Told by Kenya. In today's video, we have some things to discuss because this is Kenya Has Thoughts, and I have some thoughts. The first thing we have to discuss is Oscar nominations. If you follow me on Patreon, you are absolutely so sick and tired of me talking about the Oscars. More than I love movies, more than I love most award shows, I love tracking the Oscar race. It is just fun for me to predict who is going to be nominated for an Oscar. This is like a hobby of mine. I know, get a life, Kenya, but no, it's too fun. I have been doing this since I was like a teen. Basically in the summer, I start looking at certain performances, certain movies, and I start making predictions for who will be nominated for an Oscar. There's certain Oscar experts. I listen to people. I hear what people are saying about movies, what movies are getting buzz, and I like to slowly make my list of who I want to be nominated for an Oscar. I take on certain campaigns who I need to get into the Oscar race. So Oscar nominations are a very big deal to me, and it kind of bothers me, not really, but it does, when people talk about Oscar stuff and don't know shit about Oscar stuff, because I follow the races for months and I pay attention to all the critics awards, I pay attention to the guilds, I pay attention to all the big award shows. It bothers me a little when people come in and be like, why is such and such like nominated? Because they ain't been nominated for shit the entire time. Like, we knew this was going to happen. Sometimes people call things snubs, and like, I'd be like, this not really a snub. Like, nobody ever thought this person was even going to make it that far. And another thing is like, optics. A lot of people who do not follow like the Oscar race, a lot of people don't really understand the optics, the stories that go into why certain people are nominated, why certain things are going on. So it's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into Oscar nominations. I know for most of you guys wake up, it's Oscar nomination day, and you're like, this person's here, this person not. But in reality, there's a lot of things working up to these final names. And of course, there's always shockers. There's shockers this year, but most of this stuff, like, it's kind of could have been predicted. Like, most of this stuff people have been saying the entire race, this is how certain things were going to pan out. So let's just get on into it. Let's talk about the Oscar nominations. So people were talking about Margot Robbie being snubbed for Best Actress, but I want to say something about someone who I actually think should have really gotten a shot in Best Actress. That is Tiana Taylor for 1001. This entire award season, there are two actors who I was really trying to see if they could get some buzz. It's Rachel McAdams and Tiana Taylor. Their campaigns just never really picked up a lot of steam. If you have not seen 1001 with Tiana Taylor, please go see it. Tiana Taylor gives a brilliant performance in there. I think Tiana Taylor has a huge career in acting ahead of her, and when Tiana Taylor finally does get her shine, I want you to know that she should have got her shine for 1001. She should have been thrown in there with Best Actress. There's always these backroom Illuminati meetings where certain people like throw parties to try to get, Oscar voters to vote people into certain spots. That's how that one lady got nominated last year, even though ain't nobody seen that movie and she ain't never been in no movies. That's how she got nominated for Best Actress last year. And I was hoping some backroom Illuminati meetings could have happened for Tiana Taylor to get Tiana Taylor in Best Actress. So that's one thing that I wish could have happened and did not happen. I wanted Tiana Taylor to be nominated in Best Actress, but of course that was a long shot. But in my opinion, when it comes to lead actress, Tiana Taylor gave one of the best performances of last year. Margot Robbie is not in Best Actress. Like I said, if you follow the Oscar race, before all of the big critics, Globes, SAGs, all of that stuff happened, there was this idea before everything happened that Margot might be left out of it, but because Margot showed up at critics, she showed up at Globes, she showed up at SAG, it was just like, okay, Margot Robbie is going to get the Best Actress nomination, and of course, Oscar morning happened and Margot Robbie does not get it. My opinions, I enjoy Margot Robbie's performance of Barbie. I rewatched Barbie in December because for the past, I would say 3.5 to 4 months, a lot of you guys have gone really cold on Barbie. A lot of people are like, Barbie sucked, Barbie wasn't that good, and I have always been one of those people who are just like, Barbie's fine, like, I don't got no beef with Barbie. Barbie was a fine movie. When Barbie first came out, baby, you couldn't say a negative word about Barbie or they was gonna come hunt you down. And then like 3 months later, everybody was just like, Barbie sucked, and that's why y'all make me sick, because y'all can't stand on no opinion. And that's why I said in my video of stuff we need to leave in 2023, let's just leave the Barbie discourse in 2023, because y'all making me tired. Y'all just flip-flopping back and forth. I cannot believe that now we on the third flip-flop. First, it was the best movie that ever came out. Then y'all suddenly hated it for reasons. And now it's just like, oh my God, they snubbed Barbie. Can y'all pick? So I rewatched it in December to make sure like my opinion still stood on how I feel about it. And I still feel the exact same way I felt about it when I saw it over the summer. I think it's a perfectly fine movie, but I also think Margot Robbie is really good in the movie. I think Margot Robbie plays the character earnestly. I think she took the character seriously, and I think she did a really good job. I'm gonna be honest with you, but here is the thing. Where was y'all when she got snubbed for Babylon? It was a very, very cold day. A very, very cold day. And I decided to head down to the cinema and go see Babylon. It was me and 2 old people in the theater. Yes, it was, I think, a 1:50 showing. And we were in that movie so goddamn long. That movie was so long. But I left that movie with a new appreciation for Margot Robbie. That's actually my favorite role I have seen Margot Robbie in. Where was y'all when she got snubbed for Babylon? Babylon truthers, we are like Bigfoot. You know, are we real? Have you seen anyone who loves Babylon? I don't even love Babylon. There's things about Babylon that I really, really like. And to know me is to know I really like La La Land as well. So of course, from the same director, I appreciate Babylon in the same way. But are we real? Yes, we are. I am here. I enjoy Babylon, and I enjoy Margot Robbie in Babylon. I think Babylon has an amazing score. Oh my goodness, I enjoy Babylon. So where were y'all? Hillary Clinton, where was you when we needed you for Babylon, dawg? So anyways, that's what Margot Robbie really was snubbed for. And when Margot Robbie does finally get her Oscar, I'm pretend it's for Babylon. So that's really my best actress opinion. Margot gonna be all right. Margot is a producer on Barbie. Barbie is nominated for Best Picture. I have no problem with the Best Picture nominees. That's who should be in it. Saltburn can go to hell. Saltburn is a terrible movie. And I'm perfectly okay with the Best Picture nominees. Then we have Best Actor. I wanted Bradley Cooper not to be in it because I just lied to you. I told you I'm okay with the Best Picture nominees. I don't like Maestro. I don't like Maestro. Steven Spielberg, you can't make me like Maestro. I don't fucking like Maestro. I don't think Bradley Cooper should be nominated for Maestro. You guys do know I love Killers of the Flower Moon. Killers of the Flower Moon, one of my favorite movies last year. And I think Leonardo DiCaprio's performance as Ernest in that movie is underrated. Leonardo DiCaprio really didn't want it that much this season. He didn't pick a campaign for it the way Leonardo used to campaign for shit. So it's fine. He don't give a fuck, so why should I give a fuck? But I think Leonardo DiCaprio should have taken Bradley Cooper's spot because I think that is one of Leonardo DiCaprio's best performances. When you take everything we've seen from Leonardo DiCaprio, I think it all comes together in that movie, and I think a lot of people who consider themselves good actors would not have been able to play a character like that as well as Leonardo DiCaprio played that character. We see Leonardo DiCaprio so much, and there's so much attached to his name that you sometimes forget that the guy can fucking act his ass off. And in that movie, he proved that. Another thing, I do not believe Lily Gladstone is committing category fraud for being in Best Actress because I think she is a lead actress in that movie, and y'all can go to hell if you think that. What else? Best Supporting Actress, because this got the girls. America Ferrera is this. I just want to say I think Julianne Moore should have taken Emily Blunt's spot. That's my opinions on that. I don't even quite remember Emily Blunt all that much in Oppenheimer. Mind you, I have not seen that movie since last summer. I have not done a rewatch. I don't know if it's on Peacock yet. When it is, I'll do a rewatch. But maybe Emily Blunt will impress me then. But I think Julianne Moore for May December should be there. But baby, this is Divine's thing to win, baby. Because let me tell you about a movie called Dolomite Is My Name. Dolomite Is My Name is a movie with Eddie Murphy. I think Eddie Murphy and Divine were both snubbed for this role. They both should have got Oscars for Dolomite. That is my opinion. Eddie Murphy has 2 Oscars sitting on other people's shelves. The one for Dreamgirls and the one for Dolomite. He was so good in that, and so was Divine Joy Randolph. I want this for her so bad because I think she is so brilliant. This is her moment. Her name is already on the Oscar. She deserves it, and she deserves to run this category. Anything else? Oh, Greta Gerwig is not nominated for Best Director. That is the true snub here. That one I will take to the moon. You guys know Little Women 2019 is one of my favorite movies of all time, so Greta will always have a place in my home. But I think a lot of people would not have been able to pull off what Greta was able to pull off with Barbie. Barbie looks fucking beautiful. There are so many pieces in this movie. You have so many big time actors with Margot, Will Ferrell, Ryan Gosling. So many people in this movie. Then you have people like John Cena in here, Dua Lipa in here. So many people working in this movie. She was able to get all these people together to do this. Then she has to take Mattel into consideration, Warner Brothers into consideration, whatever message she's trying to get across in this movie. Also make this movie enjoyable. Also make this movie marketable. There's a soundtrack she also has to put into this movie. There's so many parts of this movie, and the fact that this movie is not just completely, utterly unwatchable is a feat. It is an absolute feat. The movie looks good. I think Greta Gerwig did get snubbed, and I think she deserved to be nominated for Best Director here. She is nominated for Adapted Screenplay. Now, if you follow the Oscar like I follow the Oscar, we know that's kind of a consolation prize. Like, when you're not nominated for Best Director, but you were nominated for Adapted Screenplay, they kind of be giving you that to shut you the hell up. But that's okay. That is okay. Her and her husband can come get theirs for that. American Fiction is here. Yeah. Sterling K. Brown is here. Yes. Ryan Gosling, you guys know I love Ryan Gosling. This is Justice for Blue Valentine and Drive, which he was snubbed for. And those are my Oscar opinions. Those are my Oscar opinions. This is the last time I'm talking about the Oscars. This is the last time I am going to talk about the Oscars. I don't even care no more. I don't even care no more. We still have to talk about movies because a big conversation people have been having is, did Taraji P. Henson ruin the rollout for The Color Purple? So The Color Purple had a really big day at the Christmas box office. Christmas Day at the box office, they had a really big day. But since then, it has had a hard time kind of appealing to wider audiences. And a lot of people have blamed that on Taraji, because Taraji, during the press tour of The Color Purple, she started talking about pay disparity and how she doesn't have enough money to pay her bills and, you know, all of that type of stuff. There's a lot of things that play here. Number one, it's always going to get challenging to convince people, especially in the times that we're living in where everything is expensive, to care about a rich and famous person not getting paid enough. It's just, that's why I haven't really spoken on it that much. There's just too much going on in the world for me to kind of sit here and be like, oh my gosh, Taraji, you deserve millions more dollars, right? But in reality, Taraji does deserve millions of more dollars. I think when this first came out, you had people all of a sudden being like, Taraji P. Henson ain't got no range. Taraji P. Henson, and that's beyond the point. Number one, I do think Taraji P. Henson is incredibly talented. Taraji P. Henson has been doing this for a very long time, and she has been in different types of projects, so I disagree with that argument. And number two, people without any goddamn range who skin white get all types of money. So like, that's not even a valid argument to the argument that she is making. Here is how it affected The Color Purple. Do I think if if she wouldn't have said it, people who haven't seen The Color Purple would have gone to see The Color Purple. I can't exactly do that. I can't do that math quite yet. Like, if you haven't seen The Color Purple yet, I don't think Taraji P. Henson is the reason why you didn't go to see The Color Purple. But I do think there is this idea, like, negativity did get placed on The Color Purple. I am not someone who's going to tell someone when it's the right time for them to speak on a injustice that they feel, so I'm not going to do that. That's not me. And I was a proud supporter of Monique when Monique was talking about her issues. I thought people were really rude, mean, and nasty to Monique, and a lot of people in Hollywood should have had Monique's back. So I always stand there, so I'm also going to stand there with Taraji in that. But you have to understand optics. If Oprah Winfrey's name is attached to something and people hear people not getting paid enough, people are automatically going to look at Oprah because everybody already believes that Oprah, you know, she is morally flawed. So therefore, yes, when you bring up people not getting paid enough, it immediately is going to have people looking. You have people reading into the fact that Oprah and Taraji wasn't, you know, talking to each other all that much. And yes, the press tour did turn into spectacle. And then after that, you would have a lot of people asking Danielle Brooks, congratulations on her Oscar nomination, by the way, asking Fantasia, asking Oprah, asking the people in this movie, like, how do they feel about this? Did you get paid right? And then it does become the conversation. So I do think when you have an ensemble cast like this, you do want everything to be upbeat. You do want everyone to be happy. I'm sure on Barbie, the cast of Barbie had their issues too. Like, everybody wasn't exactly happy about Barbie. But like, when you're promoting a movie, you try to big it up as much as possible. And then like 2 years later in Vanity Fair, when somebody asks you a question, you'd be like, you know, when I did The Color Purple, that's when you bring it up. That's when you're supposed to bring it up. So it's just one of those things where, like, yes, Taraji did probably bring negativity onto this press tour. I can't do the math as to that's why people didn't see The Color Purple as much as they wanted people to see The Color Purple. I can't quite do that math yet. That's a little too much. That's jumping a little too far than I'm willing. But I will say that there probably is something there to the idea that you did change the trajectory of the press tour and what people would talk about on the press tour. Now the conversation is about Oprah being a capitalist devil. Like, that did happen. That did happen, you know? So it's just one of those things where it's just like, what's did is done now. What's did is done. You did it, is that, and we know, you know, Taraji, I hope you get your money. Taraji, I hope you get your money. And that is that on that. The next thing, do you guys ever have a fleeting hobby that gets you through the day? I think everyone needs to embrace the fleeting hobby. Oftentimes, I feel like people don't do stuff because they're just like, oh, I'm not going to like it in a couple months. What's the point of doing it? No. Get that idea out of your head. Get that out of your head. Get that negativity out of your head. The fleeting hobby is what gets you to the end of the year. It is what keeps you alive. And you want to know what my fleeting hobby is? I bought a Wii. I bought a Nintendo Wii because I woke up one day and I wanted to play Wii tennis. I don't know why. I don't know if it's YouTube videos, but I woke up and I just wanted to play Wii tennis. I remember the joy that used to come in my body when I just used to slam that hole across the goddamn net. And I cannot wait. So I had to buy me a Wii. And I am going to play all of the Wii Sports game. I might even buy the little doohickey and get a Wii Resort. Who damn knows? But you want to know what I'm for damn sure playing? I am playing Wii Fit. In my opinion, Wii Fit is the best thing we ever came out with. No, it did not help you lose weight. That was not the point. It was fun. Before it did any of the other stuff that it claimed it was doing to your body, it was so much fun. You guys, I want to play the game where you go like this on the little board and hit the little soccer balls at your face. I want to play that so bad. And then I want to play the little aerobics game where you step on the thing and step side to side. Like, those were my game. And you know what? Yes, I went on eBay and I purchased all of this. I purchased all this because it's about time I have a fleeting hobby. I'm just queen of a fleeting hobby. It gets me through the year. And you know, when I look back on it, I'm like, maybe that was stupid, but I had fun, and I'm going to have fun. Wii bowling, me and my man about to play Wii bowling every Friday night. Like, we having Wii bowling parties. You're invited. Like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait for my Wii to get here. I am so damn ready. The next thing I want to discuss is this is Kenya Has Thoughts. There's something nasty about bringing your Stanley Cup to the gym. I was sitting in my car because I was about to go into the supermarket. And beside my supermarket, there's a gym. And it's not a really big gym. It's one of those like local gyms, like privately owned gyms. One of those types of gyms. And so like you can see right in through the glass of the gym. And it was nighttime, so I saw right in there. And so like there was like 2 or 3 people who had Stanley Cups in the gym. And so I'm sitting there, and I'm seeing them place their Stanley Cup on the different like benches, so like the workout thing, and then the bench. You can tell I don't lift weights. And they were like sitting their cup and moving their cup and sitting their cup. And all I could think about was that straw. Technically, like, yes, probably all our water bottles would be dirty in the gym. But there is something about that straw being exposed to the elements of a gym where like sweat is just running off of people, like sweat, like you sweat. So if you work out how I work out, like if the Peloton over here, like my sweat is moving, like it's moving, right? Like, and it's just like, how you know people sweat not landing on your straw, friend? How you know your people sweat not landing on your straw, friend? I think everybody's like straw thing should have something where you could cover it so the elements not touching all up in your straw. I was disturbed by I minded other people's business. I wasn't even inside of the gym, but I was just looking, and I'm just like, this is so nasty. Like, this is so nasty. Like, maybe, like, it's one of those things that, like, in theory is nasty more than is nasty. Probably stuff wasn't touching a cup, but I couldn't unsee it, friends. And I said, bringing Stanley Cups to the gym is nasty. Yep, I'm standing on it. That's what we here. We are here to have convictions. Bringing Stanley Cups to the gym is nasty. Anyways, that's Kenya Has Thoughts for this week. I won't talk about the Oscars anymore. For everyone who follows me on Patreon, I'm done. I won't talk about the Oscars no more. Like, it's done. It's over. Whoever wins the Oscar, I don't even give a good goddamn. Yeah, and that's pretty much that on that. Come to my Wii bowling parties every Friday. I will see you guys next time. Peace.